How much time in your life have you lost doubting yourself? How many times did you stay silent when you wanted to speak? How many opportunities did you let pass because you were afraid of not being enough? Most people don't fail because of lack of talent. They fail because they live trapped inside their own mind. And the worst part is that almost no one tells you this. But that insecurity you carry was not born with you. You learned it today. I want to show you something different. Not motivational phrases, not empty speeches, but real habits. Practical human that mentally strong people use to stop being insecure. If you stay until the end, you won't just understand why you doubt so much. You'll know exactly what to do to change it. And if this makes you a little uncomfortable, that's a good sign, because it means this is for you. If you ever felt that you weren't enough, that everyone is moving forward except you, that you have potential, but something holds you back, this message is for you. Let's go to the first habit. Habit number 1. Watch how you talk to yourself when no one is listening. Insecurity doesn't start outside. It starts in your inner dialogue. Most people live with a voice in their head that humiliates them, that compares them, that reminds them of past mistakes. And then they wonder why they don't have confidence. But listen to this carefully. The way you talk to yourself trains your mind to believe who you are. If every day you repeat that you can't, your body will obey. If every day you tell yourself you're not enough, your mind will look for proof to confirm it. Confident people don't think magical things. They think useful things. They don't tell themselves, "I'm perfect." They tell themselves, "I'm learning." They don't say, "I never fail." They say, "I keep moving forward." Every time you doubt, answer yourself, like someone who wants to see you grow, not like an enemy who wants to destroy you. This habit seems small, but it changes everything. Habit number 2. Stop trying to control what doesn't depend on you. A big part of your insecurity comes from trying to manage impossible things. Other people's opinions, the past, the final outcome that exhausts you, that wears you down, that breaks your confidence. Strong people understand something key. They only focus on what they can control. Your effort, your attitude, your response. You can't control whether they approve of you, but you can control whether you act with respect. You can't control whether they applaud you, but you can control whether you do your work with dignity. When you stop fighting the uncontrollable, your mind is freed, and confidence begins to grow. Habit number 3. Make peace with not being liked by everyone. If you live seeking approval, you live in prison. There will always be someone who criticizes you, who minimizes you, who doesn't understand you. And that doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you're human. Confident people don't seek to be liked. They seek to be consistent. They prefer to make others uncomfortable by being real, rather than be liked by being fake. The day you accept that you don't need anyone's permission to be yourself, that day you take your power back. Habit number 4. Train your mind to tolerate discomfort. Insecurity loves comfort. It keeps you small. Silence safe, but growth is uncomfortable. Speaking when you're afraid. Trying something new, exposing yourself. Strong people don't wait to feel ready. They act even with fear. And every time they do, their brain learns something new. It wasn't that bad. I can handle this. Confidence isn't born from comfort. It's born from facing what you avoid. Habit number 5. Stop comparing yourself and start measuring yourself against you. Comparison is a silent trap. You will always see someone more advanced, more confident, more successful, but you don't see their process, you don't see their falls, you don't see their full story. Confident people compare themselves to only one version. Themselves yesterday. Today, I'm a little better. Today, I react differently. Today, I move forward even if it's slow. That builds real confidence. Not inflated, not fake. Habit number 6. Surround yourself with people who don't silence your voice. Your environment shapes your self-esteem. If you're surrounded by people who mock, who criticize, who always see the negative, your mind absorbs it. Strong people are careful about who they share their energy with. They look for people who challenge them, who support them, who correct without humiliating. You don't need many. You need real ones. A healthy environment doesn't make you weak. It makes you solid. Habit number 7. Keep small promises to yourself. Confidence is built with evidence. Every time you say, "I'll do it," and you don't, your mind loses respect for you. But when you keep small commitments, something changes. Your brain starts to trust your word. Today I get up. Today I train. Today I finish this. Not big promises, small daily actions that create solid self-esteem because you know you have your own back. Habit number 8. Accept your mistakes without destroying yourself. Insecure people punish themselves. Confident people learn. You failed. Yes, but that doesn't define you, it shapes you. Instead of saying, "I'm a disaster," ask yourself, what can I improve? What did I learn? What will I do differently next time? The mistake isn't the problem. The problem is staying there. Habit number 9. Live aligned with your values. Nothing creates more insecurity than living to please others. When you do things that go against what you believe, your mind splits, and that split feels like emptiness. Strong people know who they are, and they act from that place. Even if not everyone agrees, even if it's not popular, when you live aligned, you don't need validation because you're already at peace with yourself. Habit number 10. Remember this every day. Confidence is not the absence of fear, it's action, despite fear. You don't need to feel ready. You need to move forward. You don't need perfect confidence. You need consistency. And every day you choose not to give up. Something inside you grows stronger. This isn't a quick change. It's training, but it works because it's real. Habit number 11. Learn to be alone without feeling less. A lot of insecurity comes from fear of solitude, of silence, of not having constant validation. When you're alone, your mind speaks louder, and if you don't know how to hold yourself there, you start looking for noise. People distractions. Mentally strong. People train solitude, not as punishment, but as a space for clarity. They learn to walk alone, to think, to know themselves. When you become comfortable with yourself, you stop begging for attention, and that completely changes your presence. Habit number 12. Stop over-explaining yourself. Insecurity shows when you justify every decision, when you give explanations no one asked for, when you try to convince strong people don't over-explain. They speak clearly, they act, and they move on. Not because they're arrogant, but because they trust their judgment. You don't need everyone to understand your path. You need to respect it yourself. Habit number 13. Learn to say no without guilt. Saying yes to everything is a form of fear. Fear of losing, fear of disappointing. But every yes you don't want to give is a no you give to yourself. Confident people understand this. They set boundaries without yelling, without fighting, without apologizing for existing. A timely no is self-respect, and self-respect can be felt. Habit number 14. Train your body to strengthen your mind. Your body and your mind are not separate. When you abandon your body, your mind weakens. Movement, breathing, physical discipline, not for aesthetics but for character. Every time you train, you teach your mind that it's not in total control. And a mind that doesn't rule without limits is a more confident mind. Habit number 15. Stop living in reaction mode. Insecurity lives in reaction, in impulse, in unfiltered emotion. Strong people pause, breathe, observe. They don't respond from the wound. They respond from awareness. That pause, that second of control is pure power. Habit number 16. Accept that not all your days will be strong. There are days when you doubt, when you feel small, when everything feels heavy, and that doesn't take away your value. Confident people don't demand perfection from themselves. They allow themselves to be human without giving up. They understand that consistency is not perfection. It's returning even when you're tired. Habit number 17. Do something uncomfortable every day. Not big, not heroic. Something small but uncomfortable. Speak. Try expose yourself. That habit reprograms your identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone who avoids, and you start seeing yourself as someone who faces things, and identity changes confidence. Habit number 18. Be careful with what you consume, what you listen to, what you watch, what you repeat. Everything enters. Everything shapes you if you consume fear. Comparison noise that becomes your inner dialogue. Strong people are selective with their attention, with their energy, because they know the mind is fertile ground. Habit number 19. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is unstable. Confident people don't wait for desire. They create routine. They act without emotion, and emotion comes later. Waiting for motivation delays your growth. Moving without it is maturity. Habit number 20. Remember who you are when you doubt. We all forget. We all fall, but strong people have anchors. Memories, achievements, moments when they moved forward. Despite fear, not to inflate the ego, but to hold themselves up when you doubt. Remind yourself, I've done it before, and that's enough to keep going. If while listening to this, you felt something move inside, it wasn't a coincidence. It means you're no longer asleep, that you're ready to stop living in doubt and start living with intention. Subscribe to the channel. Not for me. Do it for yourself, because here we don't come to get motivated for one day. We come to train the mind every day, and when you finish this video, don't leave. The next one is the next step, the piece that connects everything you just heard. See you there.